Hey students, this is lesson 12.1. In this lesson we're going to learn how to organize data in a matrix. And we're going to learn how to add and subtract matrices and multiply a matrix by a scalar. Go ahead and do the vocab here and I'll check back with you. All right, the first thing we're going to learn how to do is to add and subtract matrices. And you can add or subtract matrices that have the same number of rows and columns. The sum is a matrix with the same number of rows and columns as the two matrices that you're adding. So go ahead and fill in the answers to number 6 and I'll check back with you. All right, to come up with the sum or the difference of two matrices, you're going to have a matrix with the same number of rows and same number of columns. So we're going to have a matrix with 3 rows and 2 columns for our answer. And all you do is add or subtract the corresponding elements in the corresponding locations. So add the 4.1 plus the 2.9, and that's going to equal 7. 6 plus 5 is 11. Negative 2 plus 7 is 5. 3 plus 4.2 is 7.2. 7.5 plus negative 9 is negative 1.5, and negative 8 plus 11 is 3. For subtracting, you do the same thing. Your answer matrix will have the same number of rows and columns, so 2 rows and 2 columns, and now we're just going to subtract the corresponding entries. 9 minus 15 is negative 6. 14 minus negative 6 is 20. Negative 8 minus negative 12 is 4. And 5 minus 4 is 1. So that's how you add and subtract matrices. Go ahead and try that in problem 1. You can check back with your answer. All right, you can multiply a matrix by a real number, factor, and that's called a scalar. So you're going to take one number and multiply by a whole matrix, so you're scaling up every element in the matrix. And to do that, so this is a multiplication, the number here. With matrix, you're not going to use a sign just like you would in algebra to represent multiplication. So we're going to multiply the 12 times each element inside here and come up with a matrix that has the same dimensions, same number of rows, same number of columns. So you're going to multiply 12 times negative 1.25. 12 times 3, and so on. So we're going to get negative 15, 36. 12 times 3 is 36. 12 times 2 is 24. And 12 times negative 1.5 is negative 18. Go ahead and try that. All right, in this next problem, we're going to use matrices to help us come up with a solution to a problem. And normally you wouldn't do this, but I'm gonna just show you this because if you're using matrices, then that means you can do this with technology. So here we have 2 people, and we want to know which candidate won the election. What we'd like to do is basically add up all the things for Maria and all the things for Clarence and be able to compare them. And so what I'm going to do is just set up 4 matrices that are each 1 row and 2 column. And the first column is Maria and the second column is Clarence. And then I'm just going to add them all together and get these all into one matrix. So I've written all these into 1 by 2 matrices, and now I'm just going to add all the corresponding elements of the 117, 96, 151, and 112, all the ones that are represented by Maria's votes. And that gives me a total of 476. And then all the ones represented by Clarence's votes, add those up and I get 504. And then we get one nice little matrix that compares the 2 of them, and we can see that Clarence won this election. All right, you try that. All right, that's it for this lesson. Go ahead and do the lesson check, and we'll talk about this next time we meet in class.